Hey y'all, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Tonight I'm going to be doing a Twin Flame Collective. We have this 12-12 portal coming up, mirroring, right? Also, I think this is going to be about elevating past an idea or an environment of just survival. This may be stepping into abundance again for some of you out there. So let's see what we got for this Twin Flame Collective. Okay, time to go. Yeah, it's time to leave some stuff behind. Closing out cycles, changes coming in. Changes definitely coming in. Time to go. So time to leave okay, round and round. Time to leave a cycle, a continuing cycle behind. That's kind of been a theme, okay? That's kind of been a theme for Twin Flame Collective reads for, I don't know what, the last 2-3 reads. And it doesn't necessarily mean your twin flame is a cycle and you're having to walk away. It basically just means patterns and behaviors, right? If you're recognizing a pattern within yourself, whether it's seeking validation or whether it is basing your worth on material things, or whether it is allowing your mood to be affected by other people's behaviors or thought processes or whatever. Closing a cycle down can mean a lot of different things, but it looks like someone is walking away, closing down cycles. There's changes happening, which is, I think, part of what this 12-12 portal is trying to tell us. So let's see what we got. What should we use here? Let's use these. Let's use these. Just a minute. Oh, Lord. If I wasn't clumsy, y'all, I wouldn't be anything. I tell you what. Okay. Shutting something down. Also, this is intuitive. You're getting downloads. You're getting information. This could be appearing in your dreams, synchronicities, situations that you are learning lessons from. You are being guided to shut something down. Seven and a 5, 12, alignment, transformation. Okay, transformation. So, excuse me. Some of you could be experiencing a lot of feelings of purging right now. Maybe you are saying, you know what, this is the very last time I'm going to allow this kind of behavior in my life or my world. Or this is the very last time I'm going to tolerate something that really, really triggers me. You're leaving behind something that you've been holding on to that's been really giving you anxiety, giving you triggers, giving you low vibration. Transformation from that. This could be love relationship. This could be breakup for you and your twin. This could be separation, whatever it is for you guys. You're leaving that behind. Moving forward. You know, enough's enough, right? That's kind of, these burdens are enough. They are taking me away and out of my goal set to gain stability, financial stability, stability in your life. You know, all of this cycle, this round and round cycle is taking me away from being able to do that. So that's just some overall energy. Let's see about the Divine Masculine. This spread that I use, normally I use for my love and separation, is nothing more than a mirror spread. You can start on the right for the masculine or the left for the feminine, however it works out for you. I'm starting on the left for the masculine. Out of balance. Making decisions in the ego. Okay, so masculines have been having a lot of energies about being in the ego, pride, ego, projections to the world about who they want the world to believe they are. But at the heart of the matter, the masculine is feeling out of control in situations. It doesn't necessarily mean your relationship. It could just be in general. Feeling out of control. So a decision's being made to not move forward with something and to move forward with something else. So basically what I'm seeing here is, you keep trying the same old thing and the results are the same every single time. So somebody's saying to themselves, why do I keep doing this? I try it, and it just doesn't work. It's just not working for me. So something that they've been doing, they're feeling out of control of, but some approach that they've been using in their life is not working out for them anymore. And they're saying, you know what? You got to make a decision here. You got to make a decision and close out some cycles. This isn't working for you anymore. Every time you do this, karmic wheel, karmic partner, every time you do this, it all it does is lead to betrayal. You're playing yourself because you want to see what you want to see in this person. When you're not listening to your higher self, you're not listening to your gut, your intuition, you know better by this point, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing them go through. They know better. Why do they keep doing this? Let's see what's going on for the feminine. Yeah. Feminine is choosing balance over all things. Feminine is choosing harmony above all things. Feminine is trying to embody the idea that why am I allowing someone's behavior to affect my mood? Why am I allowing someone's validation of me to affect my happiness? I am a co-creator of my own universe, right? So you are choosing feminines out there to embody the idea that you're going to maintain your balance and your peace no matter what. You're no longer focusing your 3D efforts on this particular connection. Temperance is here. That's a twin flame mile marker card, right? You're not focusing anymore on the 3D results of this connection. I love it when these come together. Feminine is choosing to focus on the spirituality. Feminine knows I heal myself. If I'm focusing on my spirituality, if I'm focusing on my ascension, then guess what happens to my twin? My twin is elevated. I'm not going to spend any more time focusing on the 3D aspects of this relationship because someone's figured out here that that's not where it's at. So it's sort of mirroring behavior between you and your twin. Masculine is seeing that the results that they keep wanting to happen aren't happening because they keep using the same game plan that they're applying to something that they're trying to accomplish, and it's not working. I know better. Why aren't I doing better? Feminine's like, you know what? I give it up. If this, I'm no longer going to focus on 3D union. I'm going to focus on balance within myself. So let's see what the blocks are for the masculine at current time. Okay, something fell out here. Codependency. All right. Neediness. Now, codependency doesn't always mean, oh, yeah, it's they've got, like drug addiction. Sometimes codependency can mean that they don't like being alone, that they're dependent on others' validation of them, or they're dependent on karmic relationships to define and validate who they are. They are coming to the determination, though, that that's not where it's at. They keep doing that, and it's 10 relationships down. It's 10 swords in the back. It's the same thing happening all over again. So I think they're trying to reconcile themselves with karmic relationships. Your person, the divine masculine in this scenario, may be on the verge of understanding that they need to sit with themselves. They need to take time to sit with their pain and trauma and grief and sit with themselves in order to heal and find the right way, find the right formula. People who jump from one relationship to another sometimes, don't want to sit with their pain. They don't want to sit with their trauma. They don't want to sit with all of those nasty feelings. So they find someone else to, fill the cup back up, even if it's only temporary. People who suffer trauma try to stay busy, suffer from heartbreak, try to stay busy so they don't have to think about that for a little while. But it's not until you sit with that and you feel those yuck feelings and you reconcile yourself to it that the real breakthroughs happen. So divine masculine may be heading for a period of time in which they're single, they're sticking to themselves, they are not engaging in relationship, they may be trying to figure out where this validation issue lies. So let's see what's going on with the feminine for blocks. So validation's a big, huge block for the masculine right now. Feminine is... Feminine's not seeing any victories right now in 3D aspects of the relationship. I'm gathering here from these cards that you're in separation. It's not enough just to be a lover. It's laying down confusion. Confusion and victory. Okay, victory is not in the 3D relationship with this person. That's not where it's at right now for the feminine. Feminine saying no more confusion, peace, harmony, balance, like frequency, like-mindedness on a spiritual path. It's not about the sex. It's not about them accepting you. It's not about being in their presence all the time. It's about gaining balance within oneself. That's when the union happens. When you're doing your work and you're gaining the balance within yourself and you are healing those aspects of yourself, that's when you get closer to the union. It's not in seeking their attention. It's not in seeking validation. That they are giving attention as validation, and that's what fuels it. That's a temporary situation. So feminine's starting to wake up to the idea that this is more of a spiritual journey. This is not a finish line to, choose me, choose me. It's not a finish line to that. But let's see what the blocks are between the two of you. Okay, holding back feelings and how you really feel and what the issues are. Let's see what this means here. Show me the Four of Swords. Okay, the heartbreak that you've caused each other. Coming out of that, coming out of the lack feeling, coming out of let's concentrate on what's working, not what's missing. Taking the physical aspect out of the relationship. Again, this is about removing the 3D for some of you. So let's see kind of how masculine's feeling about the feminine. They want to communicate about the past. They want to communicate about bringing something back to life, right? They don't want to talk about I think they don't want to talk about the immaturity of the situation. I mean, whatever that means, right? They don't want to talk about, like it's a tally board, tit for tat, keeping score. Well, remember when you did this? Well, remember when you did that? You know, they kind of want to move past that. And again, that kind of a, you know, that kind of a tally board score thing is also a sign of seeking validation, right? So how is the masculine feeling about the feminine? They want to have a conversation about what, right? About what do they want to talk about? So let's see. I think they want some answers. They want the feminine to clear up the issue in the situation. They want the feminine to clear up the confusion in the situation. They want to put everything out on the table. They want to talk about it so that you guys can move forward toward what you really want here. This making plans in the future, this wish fulfillment. So I guess what the masculine is saying is, look, I mean, it's obvious the masculine is saying, hey, yes, do they want to be with the feminine? Yes, they do. That's their wish fulfillment. But again, there's some cycles that need to close out. Let's get it out on the table. Let's clear this up. But let's focus more on moving forward instead of the past. Not being stuck anymore. They want to understand why they can't get away from this connection. They want to understand why you're in their head all the time. They want to understand why they feel as though they are bound and victimized by this connection. Well, they're bound and victimized by this connection because that's their perception. They're not allowing what's happening and unfolding for them to propel them into a spiritual path or fixing things or saying, hey, okay, I've got to fix that about myself. And also the idea that they want the feminine to clear it up for them kind of bothers me a little bit as well, because they're still dependent on someone else sort of giving them a guidebook, right? None of us have a guidebook going into this journey, okay? It's all a bunch of abstract ideas and you know, if you don't spend any time with yourself and you don't spend any time on this journey analyzing things and looking for things and researching, that's how you build your own guidebook, your downloads, what spirit brings to your attention. There's not a set guidebook for this, and everyone's guidebooks are as a result of their own twin flame experience. So they don't realize that they have the power within them to develop their own guidebook. They want the feminine to tell them what's happening. So let's see kind of what the feminine is feeling about the masculine. They feel like they're, you know, you've got them entrapped, right? The thought of you has them entrapped. This connection has them trapped. They can't escape it. All right, so let's see how the feminine's feeling about the masculine. She's over it, okay? She's like, look, it's taken me a long time to overcome some of these issues. I'm not going to fight with you. But she's not rejecting either. So this is sort of a boundary. This is the Empress staying in her feminine energy, staying in her square, and not allowing behaviors, attitudes, words, lack of validation, lack of attention, or seeking any of those things to bring her out of her peace and harmony. She's totally focused on this peace and harmony. She's not going to allow that to happen anymore. She's kind of figured the game out. So this is sort of embodiment of maintaining boundaries and balance within oneself, not allowing the outside chaos of the masculine to affect her peace and harmony in the inner world. But also she's not rejecting the masculine, right? Because really we can try our damnedest, okay? I mean, I think I've set 15,000 candles on fire trying to get rid of this shit, so trust me. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, you can't break something that's meant for you. You can't mess it up. And the other part of that is you also can't reject it, right? When it comes right down to it, you really cannot reject your twin. You may mirror lessons to them, but you really don't reject them. So feminine is trying to stay in balance, right? I'm staying in my square. I'm staying in my energy. But she's also exhibiting unconditional love. I'm not going to let you bring me into your chaos. I'm over this, right? I'm over this whole 3D situation. Putting down my boundaries, but I am also still want what's for your highest good. Sometimes, and I say this like it's a broken record, but again, I say unto thee. You have to understand that you have to want what's the highest good for your twin, even if that doesn't include you. So let's say, for example, and I'm guilty of it myself, right? I mean, I've got no halo up here. I might have a couple horns, but I don't see a halo. That sometimes when we're in our ego and we say, you know what, fuck that dude. If it's not about me, if he can't see me or she can't see me, right? And that's the ego talking, right? Because again, what you're not understanding is that you've got to learn. People approach you and they interact with you at the level in which they are. And once you understand that, you kind of stop taking stuff personally, right? That they're not choosing you, that they're not validating you, right? You're not taking that personally anymore because you've advanced far enough in your journey. You want what's best for them, even if that doesn't include you, because you have taken your ego out of the situation. And you have taken the idea that this is supposed to be, we're supposed to be a couple. We're supposed to be romantic with one another. You've elevated past that. And once you can go there, and like I said, we backslide all the time. We got to keep doing that program. Once you go to the part where you're like, you know what? Well, I mean, if they're happy, then so be it. Because if they're happy, then they can heal, right? One of the hardest things to do on the twin flame journey. Okay, so let's see what the blocks between the two of you are. Nurturing, grounding, commitment to it, not romance, commitment. Also karmics. I'm going to say there's some karmics in here that, maybe causing some issues, but that's another video. Looking for the opportunity in this situation instead of focusing on the past. Focus on the future. What do you want to see? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? Are you starting with the external world, or are you going to concentrate on the internal world? Are you expecting the external results to validate you, or are you going to expect the internal world to be reflected in the external world, right? Coming into alignment. Coming into alignment with self makes you come into alignment with your twin. You cannot come into alignment with your twin if you are not in alignment with yourself. It's like oil and water. It demagnetizes. I mean, you're just going different directions. Also, I want to note the feminine is attracting. She's not chasing. When she's standing there in her power, she's staying in her square, she's minding her own business, she's working on her happiness, and her balance within her own life, and she's working on herself, she is attracting in what she wants, not what she doesn't want, not chasing, seeking validation, longing because she's got to figure out why this is empty in here. So if you want to stop attracting the wrong energies into your life, what do? You set boundaries. You stop paying attention to that. You elevate, you vibrate up. You work on your own self. That's how you do that. So let's see what the masculine is going to do toward the feminine. Communicado, communicate. Okay, wow. Amazing. That's all I can say, amazing. Masculine energies, sorry, I'm sleepy tonight, y'all. Masculine energies may be communicating to their feminine energies moving forward. Next month or so, week, month, you know how the timing works with the ones, right? But I think the most important part outside of the timing is to focus on the fact that masculines may be coming toward their feminine energies saying, you know what, I was too immature to handle this connection at the time. You don't know what you have until it's gone. They're working up the courage to communicate that to the feminine. I'm sorry, communicate to the feminine. No, I didn't get it. I was too mature. I was too wrapped up in my ego. I wasn't willing to take the chances that I needed. I wasn't secure enough in my own self. I didn't know who I was, right? I wasn't confident enough to understand and accept this connection when it was presented to me at the time. Now I long for this connection to be in union. I want the dream. Now I feel like I'm mature enough and I know myself well enough now to be able to move forward with this connection. Courage. Now I have the courage. So this card means courage, yes, but also you have to understand this card here means love is the only way that you can tame the beast, right? She's not over here beating this line up and saying, you know, bend to my will, do what I want. You know, like I said, unconditional love. You're taking your ego out of the situation. So for me, this card also represents the battle of the ego versus the heart. The battle of the ego versus unconditional love. She's giving love and affection to this lion. That's what's taming the lion. So hate doesn't conquer hate. Ego doesn't conquer ego. Love conquers them all. But it has to be in the right way, a right love. Wanting and intending what's best for someone else, right? So basically what we have here, folks, is the masculine stepping up to the plate, saying, you know what, I didn't know what this was when it was presented to me, wanting this new opportunity. Feminine is staying in her balance and working with herself. Masculine is saying, you know what, I didn't know what I had. I didn't understand what this was when it was presented to me. I have a regret here in loss of connection, in loss of the opportunity for union. I have a regret. I was immature. I wasn't ready. I wasn't confident. I regret not taking that chance. And now I would give anything to be able to have another chance. There you go. There you go. All right, so let's get some advice. Oh, no, not these, because we already used these. We already done use these. Okay. Let's get some advice cards on it, and I'm going to call it a wrap because this is like 30 minutes long. I'm long-winded this week. Show me the mask. I wish I would give anything for another chance. Okay, just remember. All right, temptation. Resisting the idea of it being physical. They would love to have another chance. The idea of rejoicing and celebrating. triumphant success, the birth of something new. This may happen after they go through their period of time over here about dealing with a little bit of needing to seek validation through relationships, through karmic relationships. A lot of times, some masculines and some feminines do too, I'm sure, hide in karmic relationships because they don't challenge them. They're easy. They don't have to self-reflect. They don't have to fix anything, right? And so a lot of times that's where they stay, and it's one after the other, right? For some people, they have to have this time of self-reflection. When they are done with that, they are ready to say, okay, I'm watching for another opportunity. I want to tell you that I wasn't ready for this when it was presented to me. I didn't understand what I was looking at, but I would give anything to have another chance. I would give anything to have another chance. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this helps you, and I'll see y'all later.